I'm Sam, and for my film this week, I chose Isle of the Dogs. It was produced by Wes Anderson, and basically it was just a film about, it told the story of how all dogs of Megasaki City were sent to a place called Trash Island, and it tells the story of a boy named Atari who basically goes on the journey to find his dog Spots and how all the dogs kind of gang up and help him along the way. Going into the film, I assumed it would kind of be more like an old cartoon. For some reason, I was brought directly to the movie A Year Without a Santa Claus, if anyone has seen that. It's kind of like an old, like, I guess, puppet kind of cartoon. The film actually met my expectations, but it was better than I thought. The characters were a little weird looking. They almost looked like clay stop motion, which was a little weird because it wasn't cartoon characters and it wasn't real life. The storyline was interesting though, especially when they talked about the quarantine of the dogs. It kind of played into what's going on right now, which was pretty interesting actually. I've heard a little bit of the film before just from seeing movie trailers. I was never specifically inclined to watch it though because I like to watch films like surfing and outdoor based documentaries rather than ordinary films and movies. The way this film is produced and made is a lot different than what I am usually inclined to watch. Like I said, I like to watch like outdoor-based nature films and documentaries, whereas this film was made through, I think, stop-motion animation, which was kind of what it looked like. It kind of looks like as though it was shot through animation boxes or shadow boxes. I wasn't super inclined to watch that just because it's not something I'm interested in, but I figured for this, it's kind of the opposite of what I watch, so I figured I'd go for it and kind of give it a go. The artistic side of the film, I think, was the best part of it. It kind of kept me engaged in the film. I can tell that each scene actually took lots of detail and time to make each movement. I took intro to animation class, and knowing how much effort it is to move each character just a little bit and create all the detail that was in the scenes and the characters and building everything. I thought that was done very, very well, and I was actually quite impressed with how it was done. The story was told through the voice of a narrator, but there's also dialogue among the characters. It sounded like it was just recorded through like a close-up microphone or something like that. There's a lot of dry humor, and then it was kind of weird because all the soundtracks were like tambourine, almost marching style band soundtracks. The dry humor and kind of actually the tambourine style soundtrack in the back reminded me a little bit of Moonrise Kingdom, which is kind of an interesting, different film, but there's a lot of dry humor, dry dialogue, which fit in a way, just like it does for Moonrise Kingdom, just not entirely my favorite. The beauty and the detail and the creativity of the scenes and the building of the characters is really what makes this movie stand out, what makes it interesting. The dialogue and the story itself wasn't great, but the uniqueness of the film is what carries it, I think. I don't think I'll see any more films like this one. Not my type of film, but that's why I watched it. Gotta keep things interesting. However, I did enjoy watching something different for a change, so thank you.